Hi, my name is Tim Nguyen, and for my Chapter 1 vlog, I chose the essay Craving the Other by Soleil Ho. The essay starts with a personal anecdote of an experience Ho has experienced many times, and that is when people try to relate to her after she shares that she is a Vietnamese American woman. They try to say, "Oh, you're Vietnamese? I like insert Vietnamese cuisine." And she believes that the motivations of these people are not as appreciative as perhaps it might seem on the surface. So she relates this to the idea of American chefs and a common food rhetoric that she has noticed for a while that is extremely troubling to her. And that is when American chefs they go to different third world countries, experience their cuisine, and try to bring it back to America. They claim that they are refining or elevating their cuisine. And Ho likens this to the same kind of justification that European nations used to justify violent takeovers of said third world countries in the past, that they were civilizing them and that they were doing them a favor. She also relates this to the idea of cultural foodies, or people who seek to try authentic, genuine food from other cultures. She claims that these people try to make generalizations about entire cultures just based on the food. She quotes Andrew Zimmerman, host of Bizarre Foods. By Zimmerman claims that to know a culture, you must eat their food. The host snaps back at this idea by saying that she's been eating Vietnamese food her whole life, yet there are still things that she does not know about her own culture. And she explains that these so-called cultural foodies are simply just bandwagoners who just jump from one cultural food to the next, and as when they get tired of the original food, they'll just dismiss it as no longer authentic, no longer genuine, as they move on to the next food. Now, Ho is Ho is addressing an audience who she believes may not be very opposed to these practices and these people. Maybe they have no problem with them. So she acknowledges the opposition by saying that maybe she's being unreasonable. Maybe she's the real racist here. Maybe these people are just, there's nothing wrong with these people. They are just trying to show their appreciation for other cultures. However, she claims she puts down the idea that if you really love a culture, then you must disrespect it. That may sound counterintuitive, but she points out that people who try to show their appreciation for other countries often end up reinforcing negative and harmful stereotypes about that culture. And in doing so, you separate the food from the culture. When food culture is all about the food and not about the culture, the food is separated from the culture, and it makes people ignore the problems that are affecting the culture and the people who are in said culture. Because once you do that, the food is no longer attached to the culture. It is only attached to your interpretation of it, a nostalgia that you have of someone else's life, as Ho puts it. This reminds me of a sketch I watched in a previous ethnic studies class in high school called "Where Are You From?" And basically it's a Caucasian white American man, and he is asking a Korean American woman, where is she really from? And it made me think about the unintentional, the unconscious practices, the things that we have in our American culture that could be damaging towards different cultures that reinforce these negative stereotypes about them. And it makes me wonder what other things that we have, other practices we have in our culture that may be hurting others. Thank you for watching.